So, Netflix came out with a new movie starring Joey King, Zac Efron, and Nicole Kidman, where Joey King plays a 24-year-old personal assistant to movie star played by Zac Efron, who falls in love with her mother, played by Nicole Kidman. Well, this sounds a lot like a movie that just came out on Amazon Prime, and sorry to say, it doesn't do a better job. Let's talk about it. It's Quana back again with another review. Hope you guys are doing awesome. So today we're going to be talking about Netflix's A Family Affair. This just released recently and it stars Joey King, Zac Efron, Nicole Kidman, and Kathy Bates. Four movie star powerhouses who managed to make a mediocre film. Now, I am not going to say that this is their fault. We definitely have to, say that the writing in this film was not very great. The premise is simple. Joey King plays Zac Efron's 24-year-old personal assistant. He is a womanizer and he is a horrible boss. And he meets her mom and begins a torrid affair. Her mom is just there for the good time, not a long time, and slowly falls in love with him. But Joey King begins to have a massive hissy fit about all of this because how dare her mom try to have a sexual life, and how dare she date her movie star boss? I mean, hey, tell your mom the truth, but let her get hers if she wants it, right? Kathy Bates is there for comedic relief, as she often is. And sad to say, they just did not let her do her thing. In fact, there's one point in the movie where she is in the midst of telling what appears to be a hilariously delightful story, and yet we don't hear much of the story at all. And I was like, why not just let Kathy Bates cook and do her thing? Joey King is one of those actresses that she always reminds me of the girl who played Rory in Gilmore Girls, Alexis Bledel. I don't know why I had a hard time remembering her name because she is in Handmaid's Tale, but Alexis Bledel. They look so much alike. It is definitely like a whole doppelganger situation. And I feel like she just always plays the same characters in movies. Joey King, I mean. And hey, she has a home at Netflix. Good on her. Her character was aggravating to me in the movie because she was whiny, she was complaining. Anytime Liza Koshy, who is playing one of your BFFs, is in a movie and she tells you that you are annoying, that is a problem. Alert the authorities. And when she's told that she's a problem, does she do anything to fix it? Nope, not even a little bit. Nicole Kidman, who when she does dramatic performances can be heartfelt and have great depth and range. I loved her in Amazon Prime's Expats. I also enjoyed her in Nine Strangers, which is more of like a comedic drama, a dramedy, if you will. Didn't like her so much in this. She felt very stiff. She facially felt very stiff. And of course, so did Zac Efron. Now, we know that Zac Efron has had some facial issues. I believe he had some kind of like break or situation happen with his chin. He had to have some facial reconstruction done, and it definitely has altered his facial performance. That said, he has emerged very recently as a very good comedic actor, and he was the most enjoyable portion of this movie. But I'm gonna be honest, if you are selling this to me, a heterosexual woman who does not mind looking at Caucasians on screen, I don't mind that. If they are giving me what I need, I don't mind it. He's not getting the motor going. I was not like, ooh, wow, this is so delightful. So it definitely feels like the movie that's leaning more into the comedy versus the romance. And so at the times when it's trying to be romantic, it just feels like here's a couple of people that I don't care to see together on my screen. I think perhaps if maybe opposite of Nicole Kidman or someone other than Nicole Kidman, it could have worked a little bit better, but their chemistry was just not chemistrying enough. There was no Bunsen to their beaker, and so it made this movie not as enjoyable. Contrast to The Idea of You, which Nicholas and Anne Hathaway had chemistry out the hoo-ha hey. So there is that. So if you're watching this movie maybe for more of the comedy elements, it's not as bad. It kind of feels like watching Knocked Up or like a mid-2000s rom-com versus like a 90s to early 2000s rom-com. But for me, it just was a little too light on the romance and not enough heavy on the comedy. And what's with all these movies about daughters who won't let their moms have their best life, especially once they reach adulthood? You know, like, hey, your mom has been living her life for you and your dad is deceased. Let her do her thing. Let her cook. I would give this movie a C+. Like, it doesn't do anything so horrific to warrant it a failing grade, but is it a movie that I'm going to ever remember that I watched? Not a bit. Is it a movie I'm going to ever watch again? Not a bit. If I'm grading it on a curve, as I am often want to do, I could give it a B-, but yeah, guys, I just am not picking this over any of the other more successful Netflix rom-coms. So that is my take on A Family Affair, but hey, my take is not the be all end all, so let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed this movie and what other movies you might like for me to review. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Toodles!